Knowledge itself is also lack. That is Supreme Math, Alphabet, 120, so actual facts, solar facts, nation's history, and then you deal with what we teach, that's what we learn. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So we got to deal with sharpening individual swords. You know what I mean? It's no big, me small, you where you at is where you at. You know, part of manhood is learning how to ask for help. And, yeah, wisdom law is the basic foundation. Weekly Parliament proceedings. The right to insight and one do agree to endorse the following principles of love, wisdom, and activation as a mode of operandi. To all those who come to the right to see the law, Black Medina cipher shall be done in a majority vote, a show of hands raised with the majority, whether yea or nay, winning the decision to be carried out into practice by the body. According to the individuals present at said time, no mystery god shall participate in this decision-making process of Black Medina cipher. Also, the unknown individuals shall be introduced to the cipher shouldn't, oh, that's a typo, should not be introduced to the cipher without being recognized by the body as an active attribute of Allah. This is Black Medina's governmental coherent mission statement for building a service standard with codes, conducts, and modes of behavior, rules and regulations of our culture individually and collectively. Cultural service standards referring to the duty that we have to ourselves and others, the responsibility and accountability to serve self and others with growth and development interests. So we may all move as one. All minds are one when all minds are 120. This degree is born out of our priorities, values, and principles. That's just simply saying, a lot of individuals want to wait on quote-unquote elders that ain't present. That's not how I move. Whoever's here is the body, and that's point blank period. You know what I'm saying? I got to deal with food, clothing, shelter now. I got people to be responsible for. And how I live it ain't no half step. So whatever we decide as a whole is the course of action that we take. Whatever you say that you charge, whatever duty that you take upon yourself is what you charge to do. We are not a gang, as some would claim. We are not religious people, as others would claim. We are law-abiding citizens who strive daily to know thyself, the science of everything in life, love, peace, and happiness for ourselves, families, communities, and world. We teach freedom, justice, and equality to all the human families of the planet Earth, also known as civilized people of 5%. We define ourselves and our reality through ourself, Lord and Master, a mathematical way of living in tune with nature. We will not let anyone blame the iniquities, crimes, or other antisocial acts committed by a few to reflect negatively on the body. For there is good and bad in all groups of men. History best proves this point. These tenets are to uplift Black Medina and humanity. That's just what it is. The colored man's going to call us a gang. Linsky is going to come full force when he finds we moving as one. So individuals got to be right and exact and stand together. You know what I'm saying? It's just simple as that. And he played dirty. Punctuality. These rules is any business structure, because we got to put in the likeness of a business structure and adapt to the time. So the goal is generate a law school and control our land. Any business structure has rules and regulations voted on by the body. So any Anybody that don't feel in accordance, or this is something that they can't do, or the elevators don't hold weight to that idea, we take it off the table. But the main cause within this time is to come up with a course of action and rules and conduct that we all concur is beneficial to the whole. Punctuality. Being sharp and on time for ciphers and nation building, every set attribute attending Black Medina cipher must strive to be no later than 15 minutes past the equality. Each citizen of Black Medina cipher shall respect each other's salutation of peace and extend the same on sight at all times. As civilized people, we must learn to love one another and go out and teach babies ABC 1, 2, 3 and the knowledge of themselves. All above is caused by punctuality. Make sure to sign in at every cipher. Location of cipher shall be made knowledge born weekly. All minutes of Black Medina cipher shall be recorded for history by the attribute that holds said post of recording secretary. And I'll get into the post later. But this is just mandating how individuals move within the cipher. Because you know, some individuals come 2 hours late, and in my mind, we got 2 hours to build. So I want to do something productive. Because my time is structured in that manner. I work 6 days a week. I got 1 day off, and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? My universe is waiting. I got other issues. My physicals can't be down here because they deal with the God, you not saviors, and born with these other physicals. You know what I'm saying? So when we move out the cipher, I can bring my family. Right now, I just got my other sons and my Aelites that I got love for and we build together with. So that's just another issue, plus degree that I'm saying adds on to the punctuality degree in that particular bill. Word is born. No individual coming in the name of law shall dare play God. Shall be born, and failure to fulfill the commitment of the word given shall cause a penalty to be enforced upon him or her by the body, no exceptions. Meaning, if you take a task, or you say you're going to do something for us as a whole and collective, you have responsible to carry that task to fruition and to really manifest. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to take yourself off. First you're going to cause doubt in your Aelite's mind. And then you're going to take yourself off of that post to be delegated with the power to manifest. So this speaks for itself. Number 3, my favorite and the most important, is the Book of Life. As learned men, it is incumbent upon each and every citizen of Black Medina cipher to record to memory our teachings of life. Supreme math, supreme alphabet, 1 to 10, 1 to 36, 1 to 14, 1 to 40, atrophact, solar fact, nation's history, and also what we teach and what we achieve. Each and every attribute of Allah in Black Medina cipher is mandated to bring their own Book of Life, Holy Quran, to the cipher at all times, which entails lessons that said attribute is studying within 120. Also bring paper, pens, swords, and all reference materials pertaining to the cipher's subject matter, i.e. Holy Quran, Holy Bible, dictionary, thesaurus, etc. The way I got life is build. We go in. You eviscerate every subject matter, whatever. I don't care what the subject matter. If we're dealing with diet, how to eat to live, if we're dealing with economics, if it's war, we go in and break it down to the very last compound, absorb what is useful, throw away what's not, and really come together with an action plan on how to manifest that in reality in real time. And that starts with, we all come together as one, we all come together in the attribute as Allah. That individual gave everybody 120. You add your other 240 degrees through the experience. Some individuals is young with it. When I got knowledge of stuff, I was young. I'm a man now, so I see it different through maturation. And I learned how to use it, and I learned how to use my magnetism to the best of my ability. So that's not what I'm concerned with. What I'm concerned with particularly is that individual stay sharp and stay on point as far as the culture. You know what I'm saying? When the police arrest you, they know the Miranda rights. You might not know the Miranda rights, but they know the Miranda rights. So everybody that's living their culture, whatever they dealing with, they know the tenets of it. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of individuals have like 5 attributes, ain't even in the 1 to 10. I said, yo, my man, who? I ain't even going to digress. But this is where I'm going with that. Number 4, no profanity. At all times, I must speak with authority and articulately in order to be magnetic. Profane words and actions, wisdom bear no fruit within the righteous realm. This weak and wicked form of communication drowns most in iniquity and borns negative connotations which are highly explosive to our women and children within the cipher and also the 85%. Okay, that speaks for itself. That's something I deal with, I wrestle with that daily, you know, but that speaks for itself as far as conduct as wise men. Because people look up to you. Everybody got a family, everybody got brothers, everybody got seeds. Your Wiz is watching for the weakness in your character or the polluted wisdom that you may be spitting for any said time. She's watching, she's taking note. So it's just a part of cleaning self up. Abstinence. absolutely no physical violence fighting amongst the righteous. If issues arise, there will be assigned a mediator by the body to weigh both sides equally and manifest a course of action. It shall be mediated. If said mediator is unable to return balance between alike, it shall be brought before the body, and the body shall weigh both sides equally and decide on the course of action and vote by show of hands, with the majority winning the outcome to be carried into reality. No guard you not selves or other alcohol, weak and wicked ideas within the cipher, or before the cipher, or nation building time. Any degeneration in any attribute of Allah shall be reported to the body ASAP and handled accordingly by the said attribute who holds the post of the fruit of Allah. Fruit of Allah meaning who takes care of security, who takes care of military training, working out, boxing, what's that science, G?
Muay Thai?
Yeah, Muay Thai. You know what I'm saying? That individual that takes responsibility for that post, he'll deal with those scientists, because, you know, it has to be reward or penalty for every action, and even within the God nation. You know what I mean? Because I got knowledge stuff in prison. I seen people come straight into gang likeness. Now, when we needed to go to war, we needed them individuals, but when it was time to build, we was philosophizing and really extrapolating our reality in a peaceful manner, they weren't conducive to that particular cipher. So we got to weigh that out equally and put an individual in charge when we go through the structure to be the judge over how that individual moves. If he should be exiled. Because some individuals get exiled. You know, ain't no he cipher, monkey cipher that deal with high self-lord master. I know some in the prison system on the real side. And killers too, on the real side. So that speaks for itself. Today's mathematics. Today's reality is to be expounded upon by each and every citizen in the Black Medina cipher, 15 minutes limit, no exception. We strive not to circumcise an individualism, yet to respect the time restraints of the cipher. Any and all interruptions of one building is now cipher. Each citizen is given justice, 15 minutes to add on to their own self-styled wisdom within the cipher. There shall be no sidebars, intentional rude outbursts, condescending statements, gestures made while said attribute is adding on to the whole. Each is required to do the knowledge, meaning to know the ledge, to each other's wisdom before adding on. Any questions, comments shall be held to build is done building. All cell phone activity is now cipher and shall be shut off during cipher. If you must take a call, do so outside, only in case of emergency. I mean, that speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? You know, I see with my eyes, I see with my mind, you know, individuals who, you know, they be like closet builders. They be like, I build, but I don't never show up. I don't never add on. That's now cipher. I don't care where you at. If we gotta go back to the knowledge agreement 1 to 10, if I got time, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, because I'm showing you my quality and showing love as the man that I say that I am. What's I say about this thing? The time restraints is only because we all have busy lives and everybody has things to do, so we only come together for a set time. So we strive to condense people adding on so we can get some things accomplished to be carried out into the next week's task, which what I did when I drew up this bill. It took me 3 hours from last week, the ideas I was planning last week. Zakat, this is dealing with economics. Gold in the form of a promissory note, aka monies, is required in any society of men in order to be you I love divine, sustain and maintain a determined idea and elevate civilization. $5 from each attribute at every week's cipher is mandated to add on to our war chest in the form of a donation box to be deposited in the Black Medina's cipher business bank account. It is the treasurer of gold's responsibility to make sure that each citizen signs in and manifests their gold when entering the cipher weekly, with no exceptions. We are a nation within a nation, and must be you I love divine and the economic foundation on which to stand. We are striving to manifest a charter for our educational programs, nonprofit business with a determined idea of maintaining our very own law school in Black Medina. Weekly tallies of war chest shall be made born to the cipher by the attribute who holds the treasure of gold posts in Black Medina cipher. And listen, it takes economics. I don't shun none of my brothers, but if you got money to deal with that ooh-wee, you got money to go to the club, just say $5, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving $5. When I first came out of jail, I was in a halfway house. I was getting a $50 a week stipend. Nubian was there. I gave $15, $10 every week. Me and my son went hungry. I was eating peanut butter and fluff on the street. That's because with a loaf of wheat bread. That's because I love the nation. My enlightenment saved my life. But I still be a savage in pursuit of happiness. So, that's something that we got to vote on. Because I know a lot of individuals may feel some type of way about that. But in this reality, we the 5%. I don't see $5 as a heavy. You know what I'm saying? That's my perspective. But if you sincerely don't have $5, deal with equality. Give $3, $2, $1, 60 cents. You know what I'm saying? But we got to build a war chest because there's things that come. Fundraiser, black and gold dance. When it's time to get that land, when it's time to get that nonprofit, that takes economics. Like I said at the beginning, I got a lot of weight in my personage, but I'm going to add on to the best of my ability. Everybody know me since I came home for knowledge and understanding years. I always show up. Sometimes I go by myself. When I went down City Hall with the flag, I went to the Million More March. I went by myself with what I had at the time, like the God said. You know what I mean? So that's something that we definitely got to build on. I like to hit that point when I get into the next cipher. Aim and purpose. Each and every citizen must have long and short-term goals fleshed out for self in the form of a blueprint for personal growth and development and a life plan, i.e. academic, schooling, craft, trade, job, goals, plans, etc. The mastery of reading comprehension and writing ability is imperative and pillars in which we stand when breaking everything down to its very last compound. Master these mental constructs and master the absorption of all that is observed. If not possessed, then we as a body shall turn to each other and pool our knowledge, resources, and information to assist our allies in attaining employment, food, clothing, and shelter. Any bad acting or rebellious citizen after a degree of consideration and given just due to cleaning him or herself up shall be deemed a non-productive citizen and exiled by the vote by a show of hands from the body. There shall be a current and active list, named Knowledge Born list, of any and all resources and information possessed by the Black Medina cipher for all citizens to utilize equality, i.e. phone numbers, networking, educational, economic opportunities, jobs, whatever have you, contacts, social media, etc. I know an individual's going to have a lot to say about that, but on the real side, we all know, and there's different elements to being a man. Providing protection is one element. To deal with a degree of nourishment to your children. Man ain't hard. The individual don't wake up 9 o'clock in the morning hard all the time. You know what I'm saying? So there's some things that you need in your character. And if you don't have them, the people that do will assist you, because that's all we got is each other. And that's simply said. It happened to me. It happened to my Israelites that I got sparked with. It happens continuously outside. I do the best I can. I got registered to vote. I got job opportunities, all type of things to better the next man. So this should be fleshed out for each individual. You should have a blueprint for your life. You shouldn't be aimlessly walking through life, as far as I understand it. And this is a tenet I think is pertinent to the cipher, because some individuals will be, will not be proactive in building. I need all proactive builders to give up my time, because I got a lot of responsibility. When I give up my time, I want to build. Wherever we go, I'm going 1 to 60, because that's the only way I live it. It ain't no half-stepping for me. So that degree, I feel, is very intimate in an individual's personage and as a collective. Because once we manifest and step into the world, you already know how divide and conquer goes. It goes character assassination. Then they try to buy out whoever going to live like Judas or whatever the case may be. And then you got to deal with jail and all the other things that they do. So to strive to be right and exact, you got to clean yourself up, and that takes introspection and honest and sincere assessment of one's character. And that don't mean that you're a punk, because in manhood you can ask for help. That's part of manhood. And who you gonna ask? You're gonna ask people here. 9. Each one teach one. Each attribute is responsible for teaching and training 10 students, introducing the unaware to the knowledge of self, giving length, width, and definition to the identity of the true and living God on the planet Earth, while elevating the character of the student, while evaluating the character of the student. Give serious consideration before introducing newborns to the Black Medina curriculum. All newborns shall be subject to examination screening process done by the collective body in Black Medina. That means, I I like free radicals. I perceive myself to be a free radical. But some individuals is bad acting children. And when you introduce somebody to non-self, I know we say rhetorically you gotta give it up any way you walk and talk. But man, some individuals ain't gonna use it. You know what I'm saying? And some individuals can't use it by design. That's why it's poor, middle class, it's rich, middle class and poor, 5, 10, and 85%. So you got to be keen. The first rule of life is observation, not self-preservation. You got to observe if you got to fight or flight. So be keen into who you introduce to this knowledge of self, because they become your family, and that's intimate. The student loves the teacher like the teacher loves the student. You bring a bad acting child into your family, that causes far-reaching ramifications with your wisdom, your children, and your A-likes. Because you become responsible for the man in the mind, resurrecting the God through mental birth. Screen that man. You know what I mean? It ain't for everybody. I came with 13 individuals. I went to Walpole for 36 months in 23-hour lockdown for being STG, and only 2 of us is still standing 15 years later in my particular cipher that I came out with. So it ain't for everybody. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? When I was eating peanut butter and fluff, I suffered in silence. I didn't go acting like Bacon Billy. I suffered in silence and did what I had to do to build myself up. It took me many years. It took me 5 years, 51 days to build up the barbershop. I didn't get no money from nobody. I flipped my money with the mentality that I used from hustling, but in a positive way. So that being said, evaluate the individuals that you walk with so you can be more successful. You know, rich don't hang with poor. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? If you want to be successful, if you want to be whatever you want to be in that realm of reality, get with the people that's doing it. And we the 5%, we here, we doing it. You know what I'm saying? The 10th component be non-compliance. Continued non-compliance to any rule or regulation stated above will result in the collective effort to exile said citizens from the Black Medina cipher for a set period of time and or permanently. The body shall vote by show of hands on such matters weighing both sides equally or acting equally and act accordingly, no exceptions. I know a lot of individuals that this is their introduction to consciousness. I know a lot of individuals that came in the name and lost light, degenerated, supernova, whatever the case you may want to be. I personally don't shun them. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about the people that's actively building. That's peace. If he don't want to do this no more, he don't got to do this because it's by choice. You know what I'm saying? My job is to introduce you to the knowledge of yourself. Your job is to carry it into activation. Sometimes it could be your physical. Your seed don't want to go according. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? This is what works for them, that brings them peace. So that being said, sometimes people got to get exiled. There's been a lot of people that have been exiled in this Black Medina cipher before their ways and actions. You're a man dealing with maturation. Your ways and actions should say such. You know what I mean? Peace. How you? All right. And the last part of this particular bill, all citizens coming in the name of Allah shall be enlightened upon the principles, order of love Allah's wisdom, law, current events governing the Black Medina cipher here on this part of the planet Earth and any other significant matters in relationship to our policy. There shall be no amendments to our universal self-governmental structure. Hell is constructed upon a foundation of imperfection, and in Parliament there only exists peace, which is the absence of all chaos and confusion. Peace. Now, after we come together and we say this is what we stand for, this is how we're going to move, that's what it is. And we're going to move like that in every cipher. I'll give you a particular example. When I got knowledge of self and I came out, I was telling my light, I'm going to the root, I'm bringing my whiz, everything, we going to show and prove. He said, no, don't bring your whiz. It ain't like that, do the knowledge first. I drove up there, you know what I mean? I stayed going over my degrees, driving all the way, didn't eat or anything. Got there to get my flag, the individual said, Lord, give up the 1 to 10, the first 3 and the 1 to 10. I said, what? Yo, that's too easy. He said, matter of fact, just give me $10 and you get the flag. I said, oh man. So from that experience, I knew that whatever I stand for, I bring to any cipher that I enter, and I'll be the piece of magnet for the people that live like me. There's some people that's philosophers, there's some people that's warriors. It's what your nature is best suited for. And we all come together as one, and when you come as how you got it, it's going to be what was the word I'm looking for? Damn, I lost the thought just that fast. In any event, You know, that's just a plus degree that I drew up to finish off the degree. Now, I drew that up from an interior cipher. In interior cipher, we got rules of conduct. And I didn't take, because Supreme is my A-life. You know, everybody that knows Supreme Hassan at Norfolk, they know he be building. He put individual, everybody that see him got to see their degrees. And everybody gonna come out with their degrees. And there's a lot of other individuals, True, Born My Law, the God's Son in the cipher. So I took some reference from that structure so we could have some structure in here to be a cohesive unit and codify how we move as one in the Black Medina cipher. And within that structure, you know, there has, and this is not, nothing set in stone. I'm just laying out the bones so we can add the flesh to it. You know, we need a president, because the president is probably the last judge of all our ways and actions that we manifest. A vice president, so he can have, two minds is better than one, so he can have a counsel, the legal counsel, an individual that deals with the legal issues, the chief orator. That means when we speak as a whole as Black Medina, there's only gonna be one person on the mic. Whoever's the swiftest in wisdom, and I know that ain't me, but whoever's wisdom is the swiftest, we putting them on TV because we want to give a good likeness to those that we attract. That's with us, though. We're not getting a model or nothing, but the individual that's with us. Recording secretary, he records everything, the minutes, what the issues was, so we can track our progress and build our history here in Black Medina. Treasurer of gold, he holds the economics. He makes sure everybody put $5 in there. He opens the bank account in our business. He keeps us up to speed, so when we do events, we have a base to start off. We have $250 in the treasurer's box. Every man got to give $20, and we throw a bake sale with the universal flag and bring the wizards, and everybody comes suited and booted with the crowns and 3/4, so we can give a good presentation to society at large. That's what something that the treasurer of gold would do. Minister of information, he disseminates information and the knowledge and the resources that we collect as a whole. Fruit of the law, that's security. You know what I mean? Inevitably, inevitably, you know, it goes to the physical. There's going to be one thing with the life of man, it's going to get violent. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. So that individual deals with that science and striving to mediate before it gets to that lowest form of communication. Captain of economics and enterprises, you know, he's bringing in ways that we can make money positively. Who can make crowns? Who can make t-shirts? Who cooks? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, he's dealing with those sciences so we can start going and bartering amongst other people. We can go with the Christians and spark them. Only one group I ain't moving with, that's Heat Cipher Monkey Cipher personally, but we go amongst anybody in the land and do trading. Captain of the marketing, how we gonna represent ourselves? When we manifest the flag, when we manifest our jackets, our shirts, everything gotta be in unison. And then the captain of the 120, that's the person that keep everybody sharp. You know what I mean? That's what I like. I like to keep everybody sharp, and we going in through them degrees, eviscerating, breaking it down to the very last compound, seeing ourselves in the subject matter and how we can use it, carry it into practice to change the world. Because like I said at the beginning, we can change the world in here. If you believe, and not in the mystery sense, but if you give serious consideration to what we have the possibility of doing. And lastly, this structure is designed to control current, show, and prove our elevation as a nation here in Black Medina, also to connect the subdivisions of ciphers of the land. All holders of posts shall be voted to posts by a show of hands by the Aelites their ways and actions are best suited for the represented duty. Also, any officer who shall lose their post shall be voted off their square by the collective Black Medina cipher present at said time. May we move as one in peace. Respect the architects. It's time to build, get money, teach kids. That comes from the Supreme King Show. That's where I first got introduced to the knowledge self, because I'm a son of hip hop. So they were sparking me, but I lacked the vigor and the proteins to go according to the rules of how you conduct yourself as God. So that being said, I'll pass the mic to everybody to add on, but before we conclude this meeting, I'd like to at least come up with a canon of what Black Medina represents, what the rules and conducts are, and to charge the people in this room who's going to take these posts and be responsible for those posts. You know what I mean? So we can move as one, and then next week we can get on to other sciences, but we laid the foundation right and exact. Peace.
Just want to push this off so this whoever becomes a minister of information and so forth, this is information around the child school.
Yes, sir.
Turn this in so the minister can have
And
that.
a quick add-on. Let me see that board, G. What I did for the structure is I put the Black Medina Cipher Knowledge Born list. Just any job, resources, free GED, CPR, we gonna do all that. Whatever it may be, put it on here so we can utilize it. And this one here is you know, the weekly cipher sign-in sheet. Because we gotta get to know each other. Request people on Facebook, get numbers. You know what I mean? Get to know that man, how you living, intimate. So you can build.
Can I just add on to that though? I mean, you know, one of the most important things too, as we come together on a weekly, monthly basis, how we come together, is I'd like everyone to get into the sign of introducing themselves, so that we do know who we're sitting with, we know who our air like, feel like, see like is. You don't have to get personal with yourself, but just you're located, if you're working, you're not working, because everyone in each one knows something. I'm in the construction industry. I've been in almost now it's 12 years. One of the requirements is GED or high school diploma. So if any individual is looking to get into the construction industry, give me a holler. And if you know which particular trade that you would like to get into, because there's various trades, there's carpentry, iron working, plumbing, pipe fitting, sprinkler fitting. I have access to some of those numbers and points of contacts. I'm in the glazers unit, which deal with glass installation, deal with high-rise buildings, working off the boom lifts, swing stage, aerial lifts, mechanical lifts. So if you have a fear of heights, you either overcome it or just stay away from the glazing industry, and you can get into painting, taping, plumbing, or something like that. So that's one thing that I'm going to put out there, for brothers or young ladies who may not be working at the time and may have thought of getting into the construction industry. I could be the point of contact for that. Peace.
Peace.
God, when you and I need to link up. Also, I got the Pipe Fitters Union on lockdown, so they take any of my brothers of color that I recommend. So, I would like to team up with you, brother. Sure. And try to make that stronger. Also, I'm also involved with the construction scene. That's why you see a lot of black workers down here at this municipal building. That was one of my doings, because when I first went down there, I saw mostly white other individuals that was working down there, and under the residential job law, it's supposed to be 50% community, all right? 20% of people of color. My thing is they weren't meeting none of that, not even on wisdoms. So therefore, that's why I made that push to make sure that we're able to get there. So anybody that said wants to get in construction, I have access to getting them in training, apprentice jobs, and so forth, so on, as well as stipend jobs. So if any of the guys need some stipend jobs, because a lot of these candidates that are running for mayor right now have stipend positions. You don't have to want to vote for the candidate. It's just basically he or she needs the bodies to help them get their word and message out throughout the community, but that brings their jewels to us. So.
Peace. I'd like to add on to that, brother. Last month was National HIV Awareness, and I know the Urban League brothers was dealing with, and I met this brother named Justin. He had gave me your number, God, and told me to build with you, and so I was looking forward to meeting you. Peace.
Yeah, peace, God.
Peace.
My door is open. I'm the vice president for the Boston branch of the NAACP, president of TFCC Boston. My doors are open on any of those organizations. My resources are open to you, to the gods, and Black Medina, in either of those areas as well. Everybody may think I can do a lot of things here in the community and stuff. I'm just an average Joe like you all, but I just stand up and speak up. I don't sit back with it. So if you are here, go see Supreme. He'll help you with it. I may not be able to, but I'll find a way. Okay? I'll find a way. So.
That's what it's all about, networking, utilizing your resources. There's no need of either one of us sitting here and having all this pertinent information and not sharing it with the collective body. So, each one teach one. Now, let's just utilize this as words, but let's put that into activation. So we show and prove who we are. you hold all that in, you're just gonna implode. And we don't need any implosions. We want to get out there and have our fellow brothers and sisters working, letting everybody be able to support and raise their family coercively, and where we get to grow and prosper as a nation. Because that's part of Shian equality. Desiring what your brother or your sister, what you desire for yourself. So if I'm able to drive here in the vehicle, you're able to drive here in the vehicle. And we all be able to get together, collectively share and gather information, and resource all that, and keep it so that we can utilize it to our best advantage, and stop letting the outsiders come in. Looking at all these New Hampshire plates, Vermont, Rhode Island, working right here in our area, and we're standing around unemployed, worrying about a block. 140,000 square miles. We worried about a block, really? Let's wake up, people. Let's go and understand, what we're doing here and what's at hand. We're at war. We've been at war for years. We're getting annihilated on a day-to-day basis. And what are we going to do? No change is going to come to anyone until we as a people bring about that change. We can sit here, hum and harm. Dudley's going to get reconstructed. That Ferdinand, I moved up here from Georgia in the 70s. That Ferdinand building's been vacant since the 70s. Here it is, 40 years later, what are they doing? The school committee, they're moving the school committee here. It's not just an apartment complex, they're moving the school committee. They put the police station over there. So who comes to there? The FBI and everybody else comes to. That's the headquarters. That's not a regular Dudley Branch station. That's the headquarters. So when the school committees come in, you know what they're going to do? They're going to cleanse up the area. The things you see now are going to no longer exist.
That's right.
And this is all premeditated things that they're doing. This isn't something that woke up Thursday morning and said, let's start this on Monday. Let's take the weekend off. Monday, we're going to reconstruct that Ferdinand building.
They already started that.
Predicted history. I know
They started that already,
and that change doesn't involve us.
Yeah, you can't stand down Dudley no more.
No.
They cleaned that up.
We in the third generation.
I got this saying I tell all my brothers and sisters. If you're not on the table, if you're not at the table, you're on the table. And that's the problem what happened with the Fernandez building, is that we was already on the table. They were chopping us up. Well, y'all realizing that? Yeah, gentrification is taking place now. It's not taking place tomorrow. It's taking place now. And if you don't get at this table and start standing up for your community, then your community is not going to be the same 10 years from now. Because the plans they have already laid out, and trust me, I'm in the door. I'm at the table. And I'm trying to hold the door open so I can get other brothers and organize us so we can be at the table, so we can make decisions for our community, our children, our future. And that's the whole point of that. We can sit here and complain about the problem, but now we have come together. We can be the cause of the solution to the problem. Just like I stopped this building from having mostly white constructors there, people from out of town and so forth, that was just me, along with a few other individuals, but the fact that remains is that's a few individuals, black individuals. There was many white individuals that opposed us. It's time for us to step up and stand up. It's time for us to take back what is ours. This is ours. Everything you see from the pyramids right here to the building that you see over here in the corner belongs to us. And if we don't stand up and say we're going to take it back now, it's going to be gone forever. It's going to be gone forever. So this is where I'm at. I'm ready to get us organized. I'm ready to get us formalized. And I'm ready to get our children educated so what we start does not end with us. And that's what we have to understand. We've got to plant the seeds and make sure what's coming up behind us have a fair shot to deal with what's going on. Because we didn't have a fair shot. That's why we're so splendid.
I just want to say this before my departure, we got a real problem. We need real solutions. So if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
Right.
Peace. You got a couple more seconds for, or you got to travel now?
Yeah, I got my seeds away for me to prepare God. I'm on time, so I'll let you
I keep you on R&B.
Please. I know we got to get together, right? Oh, for sure. I was coming through next week, or you can give me a call.
Next week?
I actually got jiu-jitsu class. I got jiu-jitsu class.
Hey, yo, next week, I'm going to Six Flags.
Peace. Okay.
I got to take my universe out. I deal with the justice 24 hours, and they mad at me. I'm already, I told you, My wizard's frozen, so I'm doing a lot of sciences myself, and I gotta take them to Six Flags.
Welcome to the club. I'm in the same boat. But take down my maps, Lord. I gotta travel. I'm on time restraint just like you, Lord. Oh, we might have different phones.
Matter of fact, you put our math on the papers man.
What happened to the paper?
Understood.
Great mind.
Yes, sir.
Can we put our, everybody put our math on the paper you pass out, right?
So let's take a vote on these issues if this is something that everybody wants to do, so we can. I'm very mad. What's the matter with you?
Can you do it?
Wait till later. So we can have a foundation. We can have a foundation to stand on, and when next we meet, we can show elevation.
Part of self, God. I got a question. Dealing with the foundation, the structure, information you just manifest. I was wondering, being that knowledge is infinite, if you left room, for change.
Of course. That's what we define in here, G. That's what I'm saying to you right now. What we gonna do? How we gonna do it? But I don't wanna come back next week and talk about the same issues, because my time is of the essence. It ain't like it's more precious than any other individual. I'm just telling you my understanding.
Peace be God. I'd like to move for a motion to accept the rules and regulations with the adjustments that may need it, and which would be considered amendments
Yes, sir.
during the course of us beginning to build these regulations and rules for our government. Anyone would like
Word
to
is
second
born, I
that?
second that motion, God.
Let's go to a roll call, man. If you yay, nay.
Yay.
So motion be accepted.
So everybody is in concurrence with that power and goal. You know what I'm saying?
And what I mean by amendments,
Economics.
can I explain that for, so that just in case the guys don't understand amendments? That means if any given time that you guys want to restructure any of the 9 rules, what you have to do is come before us and provide us, same way he provided it in writing, what's your change? And then we would make a ruling whether we're gonna add that amendment to it or make the changes to it as a body. Right? And then we're doing this without actually having the executive board on it, so.
That's what we get. That's the next issue. Now, who in the cipher is best suited to be the quote-unquote president? I mean, we can change it, we're just fleshing it out now. And the mic is open to everybody. I'm not a quarterback, but I just want to know what I got to do when I come back to the
Good luck.
You be the president.
Son?
You be the president. I didn't say me. I said you be the president.
That's not my best attribute.
I got a
Are you
question
nominating
though.
the God?
That's not my
You
best
would say,
attribute.
I'm nominating you, the God's attribute.
There's only 12, there's only about 14 brothers here, so the brothers gonna have to hold several positions until there's other room to, you know what I'm saying, fill in that. So right now, we need you to be the president until, you know what I'm saying, you could fall back from your position, what you like, but you brought this together, you the like that,
I mean, yeah, you
connected
was the
everybody, you
initiator.
know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
All right, but I'll just make this thing
God, you could
going.
be acting
My
president to start it off.
best suit is multiplying them economics. You understand? So I'm gonna hold it temporary because I want to hold it down for us, like I've been doing since I got spot, right? But inevitably, I'm gonna hold it temporary to somebody who is of a character.
So we go in accordance, let me advise you, you can't accept the nomination that the God has put upon you, or you could nominate yourself for the other position. Then we could do the election process, which one you have the greatest numbers in. You could take a choice in saying which one you want to do.
I'll take that for now, because I want to move ahead. You know what I'm saying? I like motion. You know what I'm saying? Now the vice president. Who's gonna be the vice president?
Me.
You my son, don't even worry about it. I take care of you. We, you know what I'm saying? But this is man business.
I'll step up to the plate, God. I'll nominate self.
Everybody in concurrence with that?
Hey.
All right, now the legal, actually, Lord, I wanted you, great man, I wanted you, I was willing that you may want to be the legal counsel. Because dealing with them colored men takes a degree of consideration. If you already got a segue into that, that may be the suit that you best suited for. You understand me? You got a rapport with them. My demographic is the 14, 25-year-old individual that's dealing with the God, you're not Savior yourself. Because that's the latent start coming, that's who I deal with. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be profound in that medium. You think that's something that that tasks the legal counsel, you know, drawing up the legal papers? Because I seen you pencil whip a couple of times. You're real swift with that. Oh, you can hold both, but I'm just saying. From what
Well, I tell you what, I'll
character,
actively, I'll temporarily hold the legal counsel until I form it.
Okay.
All right, because I would like to also bring in individuals who have passed the bar, so forth, so on, and legal advisors that can actually advise our organization correctly. So until then, I will definitely.
Okay. Chief Orator, who here is going to represent us when it's time to get on the mic?
Now you gotta go
Who swear?
I moved to nominate Shaquem Justice. I seen some of the God's bills, and I seen him on TV before.
Peace, guys.
And I know the dog go in. And that was beautiful work you did for us, the cookout, Lord. I appreciate that. I didn't even get to say thank you. Thank you.
Peace, guys.
So, show of hands. Okay, that's what it is.
George Wise to be president for a while.
Now, the recording secretary, recording the minutes, and everything we discussed here has to be recorded for the history of the Black Medina site. But so the next one we can add on, but those coming after us, we can say we already went through that. Here's the curriculum. Here's the movements we made. This is what it is. So you know what you're getting into before you get into it. In my understanding, I'm just speaking rhetorically. Who's best suited for that? Because everybody know they self.
I mean, I can handle that. I used to do it in the interior site for many different
KYE.
organizations. What?
KYE? KBA? KBA, I got you. You right, I stand correctly, G. Minister of Information.
We can't find
I can get information. I can get certain.
Can you disseminate information? Put it in the right hands?
Yeah, God, I can do that.
I'll work with
too.
you, God.
I can do that. All right, God. We can do that.
What's your attribute, Lord?
All right, shalom.
Treasurer of Gold. I nominate C.
Ha!
Early.
I second.
Carry him in the activation. Show of hands.
And I'll be willing to work with you on that team too.
Okay.
Well, because I have access to some black banks that we want to be involved with.
Okay, the guard, that's the guard's attribute. The guard that was here last week, that kept bringing us back to the nation's history, I believe that he was the best one. Yeah, suited for security position.
I thought he already had that position in Black Medina anyway. That's what I was,
But I never see
he already had experience doing that. That's what knowledge that was given to me when I came home.
They
And I
should
seen
concur
it.
that I did hear that.
Well, that's shot. Security?
Okay, so we'll tentatively put him in that post. Everybody agree with that? Now, Captain of Economics and Enterprises, I mean, all these don't have to be on there, it's relative, but at least we fleshing it out, so next week when you.
I
get the
nominate
top,
God.
Son? Economics?
Captain Economics.
Yeah, G. Yeah, G.
You did a good job on that block party up there, man. Come on.
You define, you the weight holder of that post, you define. Once you define it and you drop that bill, you bring it back, say, yo, this is what I'm
Good, boss. You got a restroom?
This is what I ain't. Take the young man to the restroom, man. That's what it is.
That way off?
Alright, peace. Everybody with that, son? Captain of Economics?
Peace.
Captain of Sciences. All the sciences we gotta deal with. Because there's a lot of science, especially dealing with C-cipher, multi-cipher. Individuals don't even know they Miranda rights. You don't know what the proper rabbit is. You don't gotta get up to count all of that. I'm just speaking of the sciences that I deal with. And I'm intimate with it. Or CPR, whatever the case may be. That's what this individual does. You know what I'm saying? And empower us with that. Who would have said, who would like to take that path? And everybody get quiet now. We ain't at church. God, we build.
I mean, you can lead the position.
You said captain of sciences, God?
Yes, sir.
And you said it entails it entails dealing with sciences, all sciences of everything in life.
True. This is you gotta tell us. This is just my understanding. The internet working of algebra and chemistry, and apply to us as a whole. You know what I'm saying? There's questions that we deal with. One I just said about he cipher, monkey cipher, but we're about the God you knots. How they get in our community? How many people been returned? We need to be brought up to speed on these things so we can use it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, God, word is born. As far as self's concerned with that position, I need to sharpen the sword to deal with that.
Go
That's
back
sciences,
to your lab.
God.
I spent 3 hours in my lab drawing that up.
I'm not qualified at this present time, God.
We'll groom you, we'll help you, I'll support you in that.
Yeah, we'll help you, we add on.
That's another
We
thing.
either
Even
add
if
on,
you can't fulfill the position, man, we're gonna all be helping out and letting you know what you should and should be doing, and this is how your position's held right. We all can add on and feel, you know what I'm saying?
Peace. I add on.
That's what that 8th degree, that aim and purpose was about. And there's no big me, though. If I need your help, I'm gonna ask you, Lord.
Real God, right?
Yeah, real God Allah.
Everybody voting real God?
Peace.
Peace. Spot on the plate, dude.
Yeah, that's some serious. There's no rest. There's no rest there, Lord. There's no rest there. There's no rest there, Lord. Captain of science.
That's how intimidating. They ain't gonna lie. I was Captain of science.
That's a lot of work.
God said, I got the God's support. That's why I took it on because I know that I got the God, my brothers, man.
No man walks alone in this room. Alright?
Because keep in mind, everybody got people that look up to them and they watching you. And you sparking other people because you're a role model of other people. It's like every other man is. You know what I'm saying? So you can change individuals' life with your ways and actions. You understand what I'm saying? And they watch you, like me, I'm from the old school. I'm not swift in the computers and all that. I gotta take it back to the dictionary and the legal pad. That's how I know.
That's how you write down stuff.
You know, I gotta do it.
I've been there, done that, God. I'm familiar with it.
Long division.
That captain of marketing is what, in my mind, I envision like when we come through and we say we do one of the things I'd like to do first. I'm just posing this to the whole. It's a bake sale. You know what I'm saying? Or I really like to do a black and gold dance. There's a lot of sciences we gotta deal with that. Controlling currents, making sure the whiz is safe. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is in 3/4. Everybody adds on. You know what I mean? How we're going to disseminate the money to generate in the spot.
Yeah. Lord ain't mad.
Peace, God.
Water laws, man. Oh, you got it. You straight. We got something for you. You know, so that captain of marketing would be the individual that's swift in those signs. You know, how can we compete with how can we compete with the Christians? You lay the foundation. What do they do? How can we compete with the must learners? What they do? You know what I'm saying? We need them universal flags on the hats, t-shirts, wristbands, jackets with the flag. We need to hold down our post and in our likeness, and we got the right to do it in our likeness. If the he's like the monkeys have got the right, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the captain's marketing. He's swift in them signs, in my mind.
I'm saying I'd like to help out with that, man. I can get with C, because Son Peach, because that's basically you're gonna be being hand in hand with the enterprise and economic captain of economic enterprise. I can get with that, man. I got some business.
Everybody want Cable?
They gotta go hand in hand.
And Son,
Peace.
we just put that on y'all too. Y'all swifting that. I am the captain of the 120.
That's gotta be the sharpest one in the world.
I nominate.
We gotta know it front and back.
You took the young guy to the back.
You gotta know that front and back to hold that position, man. Tell
True
it.
indeed.
He's the man that got it right.
That's what everybody say, brother.
He was already speaking about it, so.
He spoke up for the position. I like to say peace to God.
Okay, well,
I have to get to
vote.
I have to go to another meeting right now, which is very important that I do attend. And I want to just say this. My knowledge is your knowledge. Don't feel like you don't know nothing now, because you know a lot. Whether you don't know what I know or what I do know, trust me. My knowledge is your knowledge. So let's take it to the next elevated level. You know, I'll be in touch with the guy who's the president right now. And we, you know, collaborating together and talking about what I missed as well as what we need to do to move forward. I did want to give you our presentation on the charter school and stuff like that, but we can do that next Sunday. All right? And I also want y'all to talk about putting together a youth corps to our groups. Okay? Because like I said, we got to think about, you know, tomorrow. The only way we do that is think about that. That's coming behind the scenes. Alright.
Mr. Information.
Wait a minute, here goes the information guy. I got him right off the rip.
Yes, sir. Let me get one of those.
No, that one there is a violent piece of law. That's a violence prevention thing that the NAACP and myself.
I'm coming from one of them cipher issues in the book. They be right in the wall.
Yeah, man, come through.
Hold on. I'm coming to see you Monday morning. Peace.
For the ones that was here, we all know that what type and why we was taking the positions that we taking, right? It's the ones that's here that still didn't know. And like I say, the God didn't know. You know what I'm saying? He know what he don't know, so now we got to make it born, right? The deal is that you've been chosen to hold it for security, okay? And as ruler, you've been chosen to hold the position for 120.
Now, we didn't vote on that though, G. We didn't vote on that.
God, let it be known that my vote is in.
I heard that.
All right.
I heard that. We didn't take a vote on that, G.
I'm see money. I need a legal job.
Peace,
Hey, y'all see? It's you right here, G.
Peace, God. What's happening?
Hey, everybody that can add on before leaving the building.
If you sign your name, right?
Hey, Mom, I'm gonna go on, get some coverage.
What's your name? I've been knowing you forever, man. I knew you was small, man. Yeah, you've been here for a minute, right? In this Dorchester, Madison area, right? I've been knowing you when you was going to school, man. Yeah, what's your name? Saladina? Ruler.
Peace, how you doing?
Yeah, but we never got up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never got up with you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's peace, brother.
No. Oh, wait. Okay, let me do something. My name is Wise. Wise words being spoken.
We didn't come to where we going?
I'm the manager, not alone.
You're right. It's gonna be the skip that we
I'm
for
standing
the next
for the country of freedom, 5 pounds, 5 6 equality, 7 guards, 8 brothers,
where we
9
gonna be at, where we gonna be located.
1 0 cipher. That's what
Y'all
I'm
want to
Wise.
do it? I can
Peace.
NAACP office for us to
I'm at it.
do it there, or we can do it at my crib.
You talking about the side of the
Well,
wall?
because
Where you rest at? You rest far?
I just stay up here.
see that's okay. Everybody, before we leave there, everybody should need to know that too.
So why don't you hold it at the thing instead of bringing individuals to your house?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we'll do that in
The knowledge.
Okay, get them.
Right, get them spread that, because everybody might not know where that's at.
You don't know where
You know where the office is at? What time? What time? Okay.
What's this here, love? What's this thing?
Son of God was issuing out for the NAACP.
Huh? Anytime Sunday, Saturday, that's right. I get your head.
Is that what I had done? I was going to,
I'm gonna bring God up here. He's still present.
You know what I'm gonna do, man? I'm gonna copy up some things. I'm gonna check out.
Since you got 2 teachers in order now, so I can eat it now.
I don't care, don't worry. Let's get the got you, man.
Right now we're going to order.
Right?
How about
You just call me up. I'm gonna go ahead and copy up some lessons. You call me up and I'll give you a call. Right? Peace.
What's up, man? Meet you around there?
Talk to folks over Asiatic.
Peace.
Peace, young God.
Peace, God. So when's another cipher?
In NAWCP office. You know where that's at, right? Where the guard work at.
You know where that?
Yeah, it's right there, center line. Right there, center line.
You know where that? Right? I know where that. You know where that? I know where that.
You know, we can borrow your bill next week so you can have something to add on.